Why can't people side split? This position is surely one of the most intense in the world, but there are a couple of things that can help you achieve it. The first one is the hip and lower back activation. When you get into a side split, your hips get into an extreme degree of hip abduction. This movement of extreme hip abduction requires a space inside of your joint, otherwise your hip bone smashes against your femur, your leg bone. You can test it by yourself in a standing position, so you stand up, flatten your lower back at first, move your hips into posterior pelvic tilt, and now try to move your leg out, try to get into that hip abduction. As you can see, you stop after a few centimeters. You can't bring your foot on the same line as your hips as you do in a side split. But if you externally rotate your femur, so you turn your foot out, you arch your lower back and you open your hips into anterior pelvic tilt, your back, your lower back actually is doing what your hips are doing. So if you anterior pelvic tilt, it's only natural that your lower back moves that way in an arched position. With this setup here, you can bring your leg all the way up into full hip abduction, the same range of motion you use in a side split. So, since you want to move into an extreme degree of hip abduction in a side split, if you flatten your lower back and you turn your femurs in, you create a less space inside of your hip joint, which may prevent you from getting deeper into the split. Vice versa, the moment you externally rotate your femurs, so you externally rotate your legs and you arch your lower back, then you can more comfortably get deeper into a side split, finding your best range of motion. As you can see here, check my leg position, this is externally rotated, and check my lower back position, this is arched. This is because my hip bone is moving into anterior pelvic tilt. I can't posterior pelvic tilt in a side split because this reduces the space inside of my hip joint, not allowing me to express my best range of motion. The second reason people can't get into full splits is because of their heel position. Most people maintain their heels on the floor with their ankles in flexion, which is stopping them from getting deeper into the side split. As you can see now, if I keep my heel on the floor like this is grabbing the floor, okay? Plus, this ankle position requires a lot of flexibility. The moment I turn my foot up and I let my heel slide, can you see the space right beneath my ankle? And now I got space. Now I'm grabbing the floor. I can't get any deeper because the ankle is done here. But the moment I turn it up, I extend my ankle. This is ankle extension and this is ankle flexion, okay? The moment I extend my ankle and I let it slide out, can you see I'm almost automatically getting more range of motion. I can relax more into this side split position. This creates more space inside of the hip joint as well as I'm externally rotating my femurs. But most importantly, I'm sliding out with my legs, which is what I want to do in a side split. So, if your goal is to touch the floor with your hips in a side split and to increase your flexibility in this position here, remember, you don't want to curve your back and internally rotate your femurs. You want to move your hips to anterior pelvic tilt, arch your back, and slide out with your heels, externally rotating your femurs. This is going to allow you to find your best setup and side split position possible. Obviously, this requires time, but the setup is correct. When we talk about side split development, other things must be considered, as using yoga blocks under your hips to relax better and get progressively deeper into the stretch. Ah, man, the side split is one of the most difficult positions out there. So, patience is the key word here. Took me 5 years to reach the side split. So, take your time, okay? Doesn't mean you need 5 years, but it's a process, you know? If you got any questions or doubts, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna be more than happy to have a chat with you. And also, if you enjoyed my explanations, let me know by hitting that thumb up button. Find these and many more tutorials and demonstrations inside of my flexibility guide app and in my book, Split Sucking, which you can find following the link in the description down below. That said, thank you so much for staying with me today. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video. Bye.
I traveled all the way to Japan in this place of silence and peace to find out the secrets of flexibility training. I'm in this temple right now because here is where I believe it's hidden the secret I'm looking for. It gotta be somewhere around here. What? A book? Nani? Honwa? Secret desu ka? Amazon de kaimasu ka? Oh, so ka. Arigatou gozaimasu. Stretching Modern Flexibility Methods is the complete playbook to master your flexibility, and you can check it out on Amazon right now. Huh? It works! It works!